Hey horror fans, once again it is me, the Horror Zamani G. It's time to do another horror movie review. This time I'm going to review the long and awaited horror film called 13 Fanboy. Yes. Now, 13 Fanboy is a 2021 American meta slasher film that was directed by Deborah Voorhees. It was written by Deborah Voorhees and Joel Paul Rising. The film stars Dee Wallace, Haley Greenbauer, Deborah Voorhees, C.G. Graham, and Kane Hodder. Now, in this film, an obsessed fan stalks his favorite actors and actresses from the Friday the 13th films and beyond, mirroring his idol, Jason Voorhees. Ooh. Now, first of all, fanboys or fangirls are people who are obsessed with certain movies, comics, actors, or music. Now, they could be fans of a film series such as Star Wars, an actor, or certain music types, whether it's YouTubers, actors, maybe Brad Pitt, maybe actors like can't even think of actors right now. Maybe they're fanboys or fangirls of certain actors, maybe Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, certain music types such as rap, hardcore R&B, hardcore rap, gangster rap. You could be a fanboy or fangirls of certain movies, comic books, whether you're a fanboy of the X-Men, whether you're a fanboy of Superman, Batman, whether you're a fanboy of the Powerpuff Girls. You could be fanboys of anything, but sometimes these fans can go a bit crazy. That's where we have the obsession come in, and obsessive fanboys or fangirls will get into arguments if anyone disagrees with or says anything bad, or if a remake of their favorite movie or song has been created. Star Wars fanboys are the main type of problem with this. If they feel as though that their favorite characters or films have been changed to what I think they, in their opinion, disrespects their love of the franchise or the love of the characters. The Last Jedi is a great example of how fanboys can get, Star Wars fanboys can get, when it came to that particular film. So what happens when a fanboy of horror movies such as Friday the 13th becomes so obsessive that they start stalking the actresses or actresses who starred in those films? Well, you get the latest meta slasher film from director and Friday the 13th Part 5 star Deborah Voorhees, which he calls 13 Fanboy. Now, after a terrible event that happens in the beginning of the film, we're introduced to Kelsey Voorhees, that's Deborah's granddaughter. Now, while attending a horror convention, she learns that Laura Park Lincoln, another actress from the Friday the 13th film series, is missing, and that other actresses in the film series are being killed by an obsessive Friday the 13th fan or fanboy, hence 13 Fanboy. So basically, can Kelsey find out who the killer is before she can strike again? Well, one of the things that I like about this independent horror film is that you can tell this is a well-produced film because I like how the film is shot. There is an interesting way how Deborah begins the title sequence. I really like that little style because it's a style I haven't seen before, how a film opens. Now, I also like the premise that Deborah, who co-wrote the script with Joel Paul Rising, takes the stalker premise that we've seen in other horror films such as The Crush or The Fan, and use it by having stars who played in the Friday the 13th film series to be the victims. Basically like Dee Wallace, Laura Park Lincoln, Deborah herself, Kane Hodder, C.G. Graham. They're playing fictionalized versions of themselves, and it was decent how Deborah was able to get all these people together and play this type of a premise here. So I thought it was interesting, kind of a Scream-like premise here, where Scream kind of poked fun at horror movie tropes. Here we have all these fans who starred in horror movie, starred in the Friday the 13th series, unfortunately are being stalked by an obsessive Friday the 13th fan. Now, it also shows the dangers that actors and actresses face when a fan becomes unhinged or obsessive towards them. Deborah gets the most from the performers, especially Dee Wallace. She shines playing the fictionalized version of herself. I really like Dee Wallace's performance. She's a very well-known great actor. We've seen her from The Howling, E.T. and other horror movies. I believe she was in the first Critters movie as well. She's a veteran actress, and she does a pretty good job of what she does with with the character. Now, I also like the leading actress in the film, Haley Greenbauer'S performance as well. She plays Kelsey with a strong but vulnerable woman who's still grieving over their grandmother's death. She wants to save her friends, especially Dee Wallace, and she will fight anyone to protect her. She also has some good fighting scenes that I enjoyed as well. We get some decent kills in this one, and I'm glad that they use practical effects, which is why I wish big budget horror film would do the same thing too. I mean, it's like, come on guys, if you can get an independent horror film to do great with practical effects, you guys can do the same thing too, especially you PG-13 horror films. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Bye Bye Man. Now, I also have to give credit to Deborah and Joel because I didn't see this one coming when the killer is revealed. Now, like I said before, one of the things I like to give writers credit for is when they take a simple script, this is when you take an idea like this, which we've seen before, but they add something new and different to it, and I didn't see when the killer that's revealed in this one. So I got to give Deborah and Joel credit for when the killer is revealed. Now, overall, despite some pacing issues, this is a pretty good slasher film. We have some decent action from Dee Wallace and Haley, and some good practical effects. This is what a good independent horror film is supposed to be, and I hope most horror fans enjoyed it like I did too. So great work, Deborah Voorhees. You really did a good job on this film, and I can't wait to see what your next project is going to be. So I'm going to give 13 Fanboy 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins is a decent slasher. So there you have it. That is my review and video for 13 Fanboy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, and share because it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.